everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a video that I have been requested quite a few times and I finally got round to filming it, and it's a rundown of all the Gocce perfumes that you can get right now. If you're new here, then welcome to my channel. It's all about perfumes, my passion, what I love. I have new perfume content every week, so do subscribe if you like perfumes too, like me. Before I start, I just want to say I am obsessed with this t-shirt, this shirt. I'll leave the link below. It has lemons on. I'm obsessed with lemons right now, and yeah, all the perfumes I talk about as well as my top will be linked down below as always. And I am now doing US links as well as UK links, another request I have started doing. So hello USA, y'all. That was awful. So basically there are a lot of Gocce perfumes and I've noticed that quite a few have been discontinued. So this is going to be like all the ones that they are still selling, that are on their website, that are available. So the first one I'm going to start out with is Gocce Flora. This is a relatively old fragrance. I own it in the Eau de Parfum version and it is one of my favourite fragrances. I think it's really lovely and really underrated. It's Osmanthus Peony, and then it has like a lovely almost syrupy orange zestiness to it, which mixes with a patchouli and rose heart, and there's just nothing else that smells like it. Like, it is floral, but that oranginess really makes it like a fresh floral, but it really does last. And it's one of these perfumes that I wear and people often comment and say, what are you wearing? Especially in the first few hours after I've just sprayed it. I just think it's really lovely and neutral, and because it's been out for quite a while, you can usually get this discounted, so I'll leave links below to where I found it the cheapest. It does also come in an eau de toilette version, which is much lighter, more like the peony and the fresh, the citrusy. It might be slightly cheaper because it's not as strong, but my favourite is the eau de parfum. They released a sort of garden range, I think they called it, from the Gocce Flora range. I have the Glorious Mandarin from the range, which was the green one, but this is discontinued now, and the only one that's left is Gorgeous Gardenia, which comes in a bottle just like this, except it has pink liquid in. And it's a lovely like gardenia, but with a really good amount of pear, so it's kind of pretty feminine and probably more floral than Gocce Flora original eau de parfum, but it feels kind of like more sort of spring, light, pretty, and the bottle's cute with the pink liquid. There's berries and frangipane and patchouli in it as well, which help make it a little bit sweeter and a little bit more, I guess, more girly than Gocce Flora, even though Flora is a really girly perfume, definitely. Yeah, so that's the only one that's lasted, so it probably would have been the best seller from the range that they released. So the next is Gocce Rush. This came out in 1999. So this is one of Gocce's like most successful perfumes of all time. People have been wearing this as their favorite since '99, and it's kind of, I would say, peachy powdery is a way I would describe this. There's nothing else really like it. It's patchouli and that peachiness. The patchouli gives it longevity. There's coriander, quite a lot of coriander in this. And then after a while you get some vanilla mossy tones, but fundamentally I would describe this, yeah, like it's peach, but it's not like a fruit, it's like a powdery. It's like if you took Narciso Rodriguez and put loads of peach in, this is what Gocce Rush is like. Very distinctive, very unique, and really quite good for lasting, even though I think it has been reformulated over the years and people sort of swear by it and have it as their signature fragrance. So if you like almost powdery, I don't think it's fresh, but it's like neutral powdery, almost musky, then definitely try this out, because again, because it's been around for a long time, it's probably not sold that much, so not like many other people will have it, but you will, like, you'll probably enjoy it if you like those neutral, clean powderiness, and the peach just makes it nice and cute and feminine. So next we have Gocce Bamboo from 2015. This comes in eau de parfum and eau de toilette versions, stronger and weaker, and this is, it doesn't really have bamboo in, I don't think. What it does have is lily. It's a really lily perfume. There's orange blossom ylang ylang and a really good amount of bergamot, so you get a really fresh blast up front. This has been a really successful perfume, I think. Again, it's got that neutralness, like difficult to dislike. It would be good for the office, for work, and I think the lily kind of reminds me of like a lily pond tropical green note, and I guess that's where the bamboo fragrance bamboo word comes into it. I think it's also because Gucci started using bamboo in a lot of their bags and clothing and stuff, so, and it was around that same time, so I think it was launched along with bamboo in their fashion line. But this is definitely like a feminine, womanly, sophisticated, simple smell, and yeah, good for a gift. Like, I don't think you could really go wrong with this. It'd be very difficult to hate this. So next, let's go into Gucci Bloom. I have done a dedicated video on this, but I will go through it again here. So Gucci Bloom is probably the most floral of all the Gucci fragrances, hence the name Bloom. Gucci Bloom Original, it's tuberose, it's jasmine, it's honeysuckle, and that really is what you get. There is some vanilla and a little bit of orange in the base and some other notes, but they just don't really feature to me. This is very heavily floral with a bit of like forest green, and there's orris root in here, but predominantly floral. So there's three flankers that go along with Bloom. So first of all, Netta di Fiori. So this is mainly tuberose, honeysuckle, jasmine, those really floral notes, but it does have more complex other notes in here. So there's musk and there's also ginger, which gives it a little bit of a kick, but it's not particularly strong ginger. And then the rose and the patchouli that are in here makes this a bit more like a traditional perfume that we're used to smelling. A lot of modern perfumes have rose and patchouli as their sort of heart and base notes. So this one becomes a little bit more mainstream than normal Bloom eau de parfum. And the muskiness, I think, helps with longevity. So this is kind of like, yeah, a musky, tuberosy, patchouli version of the original. There's then Bloom Acqua di Fiori, which is kind of like a minty version. This is probably the most green of them. Like, it's got those floral notes in again, but it's got that greenness. It's kind of like an English country garden. Think of all those like green plants, as well as the flowers as well. And then we have Gucci Bloom Gocce di Fiori, I think I'm pronouncing that right, is honeysuckle, jasmine and tuberose, and that's it. It's literally just floral notes. Most perfumes, even florally ones, have a woody base or some like green notes in, or citrus at first, or they usually have different. The Bloom is just like flowers. It's like, if you like flowers, then this is for you, because this smells like flowers. It's literally like getting a bouquet of flowers and smelling them in your face. Like, this is flowers, 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 bloom, bloom, bloom. I personally find them a little bit like too much. Like, I like floral, but I also like sweet and citrus like mixed in. But if you are a flower girl, then these Bloom is for you. And now we have the Gucci Guilty range. Interestingly, the Gucci Guilty that come in the big G gold bottles seem to have disappeared from the Gucci website, so maybe they have decided to stop selling them, and instead they just have the Pour Femme versions. But let's go through them and I'll explain. So Gucci Guilty, which comes in Eau de Parfum and Eau de Toilette. These are predominantly like lilac to me. There's some very typical like peach, fresh notes in here, some fruitiness, patchouli, vanilla, some freshness like geranium. Like, to me, Gucci Guilty is like a mix of very typical fragrance notes. It's simple, it's feminine, it's very like 2010s perfume, and it's not a unique scent. I feel like we've smelt it before in various ways. Like, it's not a showstopper, but it is pretty feminine and nice. There is a black Gucci Guilty, which is my favorite, which is like sweet, nighttime, syrupy, raspberry, cranberry, pink pepper, and then the peach, and then the patchouli really comes through. So for me, this is a favorite, but if you guys have been watching my videos for long, you know I like syrupy, fruity fragrances. There's also a platinum edition, the silver one, which really majors in the lilac and the patchouli. So this is like a more floral version of the original. So Gucci Guilty Perfume is just been launched in 2019. It has a lot in common with Gucci Guilty. It's very lilac, violet notes in here, geranium, and then you've got that pink pepper again, the patchouli and the heart. So I guess it's kind of like an updated version of Gucci Guilty, and I guess in a little bit more sophisticated bottle. Like the full gold G is pretty blingy, but these bottles are actually the same bottles as the men's, just a different colour. So really easy to get confused between what's men's, what's female. There's also Gucci Guilty Absolute Parfum, which comes in the purple bottle, which I really like because it's got lots of blackberry in, and then it's like rose, cypress, patchouli. So, but I really like blackberry as a fragrance note. I like rose, I like patchouli. So this is one of my favourites, up there with the black Gucci Guilty. I think this is better than Gucci Guilty Parfum just because it's a bit more like sexy, and you know, for me it lasts a little bit longer, and I just think it's a little bit more interesting, less cute and floral. So that's my rundown of the Gucci perfumes that are available. Check them out in the links below if you're not familiar with them, and let me know what you think if you wear any of these, which is your favourite. Have you worn any of the old ones that have been discontinued now? I'd love to know what you guys think, and I hope you found this video helpful. Like I said, I have done some more detailed reviews on some of these perfumes, which I will leave in the links below if you want to find out more. But that's it, so thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you again soon.